It's a beautiful day in Florida. Welcome to another episode of Florida Grown and Gathered. I'm Josh Harris, and today I'm on day number 5 of my Grown and Gathered challenge, where I'm only eating what I've either grown in my garden or gathered out in nature. And I'm out working. I'm at a bee yard, and it is just such a nice day. We have a high of 70, so it's finally warm enough to get in these colonies without the brood getting chilled. So I'm going to be checking on bees and getting colonies ready for orange blossom. Another good thing that happened today is I just finalized with a property owner to get my bees out on orange blossom. That was something I was a little worried about because the property's been up for sale all year, so I was worried it was going to sell before orange bloom, but it's still there and I got the go ahead. So in a week or so I'm going to bring bees out there. But today I'm checking on bees, making sure they're all good and picking out colonies I want to move out for orange blossom honey production. I had a good breakfast of some wild pork ham and some eggs from my chickens this morning. So I'm fueled up and ready to go. I packed a lunch today. I have some stone crab claws as well as some of the ham left over. So I'm going to be eating out here in the bee yards. But for now I got to get my bee suit on, get a smoker lit, and get to work. I'm out of my second bee yard for the day back here at the farm. And what I'm doing today is just going through colonies and assessing their strength and then marking the ones that I want to bring out to orange blossom. These bees are looking good in here. Lots of brood. They're making new bees here. This colony is definitely strong enough to go to orange blossom to make some honey. This one looks so strong, I might be able to use some of its resources to boost some of the weaker ones. I call it equalizing. I'll take some bees and brood from a really strong colony and add it to a weaker colony, and it gives that weaker colony the boost it needs to get up to strength. Look through a couple more frames and then move on here. A lot of new eggs in this frame here. I think I'm going to give a couple frames of brood from this one to a weaker colony, because this one is a little ahead of schedule. Afraid they'll swarm on me. Yeah, they have brood going all the way out to these outside frames. That queen runs out of room to lay, she'll want to make a new colony and the bees will swarm. So I'll see if I can find a colony that needs a little boost in strength, and I'll give them some resources out of this really strong colony. Let's see what this one's looking like. This one's definitely not as strong. Not much activity at all on the outside frame, so I'm going to take some of these outside frames, these empty frames. This one just has foundation on it. Same thing here. I'm going to give those empty ones to this colony then put a couple brood frames right in the middle of this smaller colony's brood nest. Just want to make sure this one has a queen. Brood, but there is a little bit of worker brood. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to make sure the queen's not on these frames. Easiest way is just to shake a few of the bees off here. So look, make sure there's no queen. Put that one there. Go and give them one more brood frame. I'm looking for calf brood mostly so that it'll hatch out quickly and give this colony a boost in population. It's a good brood frame. I'm looking for the queen. Do not see her. There we go. Gave this colony some strength that they needed. And took a little of the extra strength off of this one. Just put this foundation in here. And that will give these bees something to work on so they don't think about swarming on me. You always want to keep them busy. When they fill up this box and there's nothing left for them to do, that's when they want to make a new colony and half the bees will fly off. I've been working bees hard all day. It's about 1:30 and I'm ready for some lunch. So I have some stone crab claws and a little bit of wild pork ham in the lunch box. I'm going to break that out, sit down in the grass and have a little lunch here at the bee yard. Stone crab claws on ice. Some leftover pork ham. Eat this caveman style. I'm liking this because it's nice and fatty. At this point, I'll take all the fat I can get in this diet. And this is a wild hog I got hunting with my son Judah, who's 13. He had never shot a hog before. So we set up and had some come in. And we were hunting a small game management area, so we could only use shotgun. We had buckshot. And so we both put the guns on him and did the 1, 2, 3 shoot and dropped a nice sow, which is a really good eater. If I have a choice when I'm hunting wild hogs over a boar or a sow, I'll always take the sow because they're always better tasting. Oh man, I'm hungry too. My back's sore from bending over looking in the bee boxes for the last 4 hours, 5 hours. Crazy thing is, I haven't gotten stung yet today. I was just walking the truck to get some water, and one hit me in the nose, tried to sting me, but I swatted it off quick enough. So far, I've gone almost a whole day of beekeeping without getting stung. That's about a first. I guess I'm raising nicer bees, which is what I'm trying to do with queen breeding. When I pick queens that I want to breed from and make new queens, I pick the hives that are the most gentle. these stone crabs are about. And after I'm done with this, while I'm here at the farm, I'm going to walk around and do a little more foraging. I already grabbed some more turnips. Those have been really good. Putting in the stews and the roasts and stuff. Kind of almost like a potato when you cook them. And also want to see if I can find any more tomatoes, because I've been enjoying those in my salads. But we had a little bit of frost here the other day, so I'm not sure what's left of the tomatoes around here. This hive tool also works good for breaking stone crab claws, apparently. A lot of people think that doing a diet like this, I'd have to sacrifice quality in food, just eating what I catch or what I find, and it's really the exact opposite. I'm sitting here eating stone crabs that were in the ocean yesterday. I know exactly the process by which they were caught and cooked and cleaned. And then I'm eating pork that was living out in the woods, eating acorns, completely organic, free range, rather than some pig that was living in a concrete stall in its own manure. And so it's really something. If you try getting your own food or growing your own food, you're going to discover a quality of food like you've never had before. And then the added benefit of just having an experience, a personal experience behind every bite of food you eat. It just makes you appreciate it that much more. Man, I am really appreciating these stone crabs. They're such a treat. Bok choy is going in flower. I got one of my bees on it. That's pretty cool. See what these little buds taste like. Tastes really good. After that all meat lunch of pork and stone crab, it's nice getting some veggies just walking around here foraging. I just got a good find here. These are all ground cherries. Inside these little husks is the fruit. Kind of like a little tomato in there. If I can get it. Pretty good. A little bit tart. Definitely some sweetness to them. Look through here and get a few more. I'm not sure if they're all the way ripe. I think they turn orange when we get all the way ripe, but they're still pretty good. I'm just going to grab a whole vine of these and put them in a bucket and take them home.